Hey, Volley Truthers, this is Coach Johns with the Volley Truth. From music poll questions, bag tags with online directions, walking presidential puppets, and more. And what do you get? You guessed it. The Capitol Hill Classic Volleyball Tournament. Let's get into it. The truth is, the Capitol Hill Classic is by far the strongest non-qualifying tournament of the East Coast area outside of NEQ, otherwise known as the Northeast Qualifier, which is the only USAV qualifier on the East Coast. This three-day tournament does an absolute great job at building its massive media to get everybody hyped, prepped, and ready to play. There is an electric buzz that can be felt in the air for way more than a few weeks, drawing up to the Cap Hill Classic with talk on who's coming, what team everyone's looking forward to, and what's to be expected. There's even talk of past happenings and wins that stunned people. So people are definitely interested and making their lists and checking them twice of their favorite teams that they will make sure to go and check out. Everyone in the volleyball circles in and around the DMV areas begin to have discussions about this particular tournament. And don't be fooled though. This tournament is very costly due to the location because it's located in the country's capital of Washington, D.C., rich in its cultural history and fun, family-friendly activities. Let's start with these bag tags. The good thing is that they have them. The tournament does give them out. Last year, the coaches had to check their teams in, make sure all the names are correct on the roster, sign and collect their bag tags. But this year, it was a little bit different. In order for players to receive a bag tag, they had to have or create an Instagram account, follow the Capitol Hill tournament page. Then they had to go to the bag tag section and show the representative there that they were actually following the Capitol Hill tournament, and then they were given the bag tag. Now, that was a mouthful. The younger players definitely thought that it was worth acquiring, while the older players, they weren't really pressed about it. They were definitely first come, first serve. So when they ran out of bag tags, I guess some were kind of just out of luck. On to the actual tournament. The Capitol Hill Classic is housed at the Convention Center, located in the center of downtown DC. The day before the tournament, though, there is a showcase for those players that are in their recruitment window and interested in playing volleyball while in college. This showcase pulls in college coaches from all levels and from different states looking for players that can help build their programs, making them stronger, faster, better. So showcases are great, or a great way for players to show their skills to a variety of coaches in a short amount of time. Now, this three-day tournament was jam-packed with all-day, wall-to-wall courts of nothing but volleyball in three different areas of the convention center. There was a hall A, B, C, D, E, and a third floor level for all ages and all levels of play. While the initial morning kind of gave off the vibes of being jam-packed, overcrowded, and unorganized, with lines that wrapped more than just around the building, turned out there was just the right amount of game waves that allowed for a wonderful ebb and flow to occur in and out of spaces. The convention personnel corralled all of the spectators, parents, and players, even kept everyone entertained with music, lights, souvenir stands, food, and even poll questions. Very impressive. The 3 days of play was top level. The refs were on point. Of course, there were debates on calls here and there, but overall, the refs were very knowledgeable. The teams that worked the books and the lines were on point. It was great to see so many players standing strong on their calls. As a coach, I can tell that they knew what they were doing, and I love to see that the coaches were so close to the tables, making sure that the players were getting the things right. So on day one, teams have to play 3 to 4 teams in their pool. They are then reseeded, and depending on wins and losses, they have to move to gold or silver or even bronze or flight to compete in bracket play. There's only hardware for those that place first, second, or third in gold in this tournament. So beware, this tournament is not for those believers that everyone should win a trophy. If you are attending the Cap Hill Classic, there are a few awards that are given out to those players that stand out at the different age levels. Those awards are MVP, best blocker, best setter, best attacker, best defender, just to name a few, which I find is a great way to pump up, push, and motivate players to continue to be great and do their best at all times. Now, who's who at this tournament, or who can you expect to see? Well, you can expect to see Metro, Paramount, EC Power, MVSA, VA Juniors, and Virginia Elite. Here are some fresh faces you might not know. Carolina Juniors, Revolution, PGH, Boricua from Puerto Rico, Pittsburgh Elite, Puerto Rico Elite Volleyball, Elite Volleyball TC out of Ohio, Next Level from North Texas, and Triangle from out of North Carolina. Food, 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 and more food. We have another tournament that offered fresh fruit every day of the tournament. Yay! Of course, there were the norms: hamburgers, chicken tenders, and fries with condiments. They also had candy, chips, sodas, juice, and smoothies. But this tournament actually offered something different: Italian ice, yogurt custard on waffle cones or in a cup. They also offered sundaes, so something new and oh so yummy. Now, for this tournament, I was not really sure if spectators were or were not supposed to bring outside food into the venue. I mean, I didn't see any signs that even stated we weren't supposed to, but hey, I'm sure that they might have been around somewhere. If not, never fear, I have just the bag or backpack for you in the description box below. On to tickets and parking. Oh my God. The tickets prices would make the toughest person weak at the knees. The tickets were $52.94 each. Yes, per person for the weekend. This is by far the most expensive tournament to date. If your tournament has topped this price for a 3-day tournament, please leave your price in the comments below. Now, the parking was hit or miss for sure. You could have gotten a spot for as little as $8 per day or as much as $105 per day. Yup. You heard me right, $105 per day. It's rough out here in these volleyball streets. So please take time to download a parking app. Now, we use Spot Hero, Best Parking, or if we are lucky, we find normal parking on the street because it's free on weekends and holidays. So, since the Capitol Hill Classic was efficient enough to end with an end of tournament survey, we will too. The survey gathered information about travelers' experiences with their overall experience with dealing with every aspect of the tournament: hotel, Airbnb, VRBO, because this event is not a stay to play, which is a good thing. How you got to the event, car, plane, bus. Even asked about daily costs of the snack and meal per person in the group, asked personal info, age, gender, ethnicity, and household income. Wonder what that really had to do with the event, but hey, the survey hits on ticket prices, food, the services, parking, merchandise, whether spectators and players would recommend the Cap Hill to others, and the overall organization of the tournament. It also allows for any additional comments to be left. So, to wrap up the Cap Hill tournament, the positives was it was tough. It was high quality competition. It was widespread of food choices, the play area activities for children that are not playing. There was tons of vendors with interesting things to sell, from pictures to body stimulators. They had great team bonding activities to do after play is over. Some of the negatives was the high price tickets and parking. Now, it was rumored that there was a second entrance to the building, but I never saw it. So they could do a better job in directing people towards that entrance. But that's all I have on the Cap Hill. Would I return to the Cap Hill come next season? Yeah, absolutely. It's a good quality tournament. High ratings from the Volley Truth. That's all for now, but if you like the content, leave a comment below, spike the like button, and subscribe to my channel.